What's up, Stripe Nation? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. I'm here with my buddy Chase, owner of Ground Effects here in Kansas City. Long time buddy. You kind of mentored me like in the beginning of my business, learning how to change blades and sharpen blades. We're here again trying to learn, probably what, 7 or 8 years later. We're trying to learn fertilizing, so appreciate you helping Grant and I learn more about that. But you've got a pretty sweet setup out here, and I just wanted to take everybody along for the ride. How long have you been doing this? A long time, dude.
I've been mowing since I was like 12 years old. I'm 29 now, so jeez. 17 years.
You're an old man, dude. I'm turning 25, and I'm like, dude, that just sounds old. All right, let's show some equipment, dude.
What do you want to see first?
Let's see the trucks. Tell us a little bit about your business, like how many accounts and the way it's set up.
So we're roughly mowing anywhere from 150.
Whoa!
Whoops! Let me get that for you. Between 150 and 160 accounts a week. It's a pretty mixed bag of residential and commercial. We have some apartment complexes, mow a couple car dealerships. Some good sized properties like that, but yeah, keeps us busy, keeps my guys, 40 to 60 hours a week in the busy season, and it's all I know how to do. It's all I've ever done. So.
And so you do, how often do you do landscaping? Like do you think it's like 10% of your business, 5%?
I would say landscaping is probably like 15%, really, and that's today's March 1st, and we really only landscape pretty heavily from March 1st till April 1st when we start mowing. We pretty much start work every year right around March 1st, obviously weather permitting. This year seems to be pretty good. And just to get my guys that extra month of income for them before the mowing grind starts, because once that starts, it's anyone in the industry knows it's a grind till the end of November pretty much. So.
All right, let's check out these trucks. Tell us about it.
All right, so this was my first big boy truck per se. It's 2006 Duramax. I bought it back in 2013. Originally bought it because I wanted to started getting commercial accounts and needed a bigger truck to put a plow on and plow snow out of it. I plowed snow out of it up until 2 years ago. When I bought this truck, which I bought this truck like 3 years ago, but I ended up putting a flatbed on it. It's got the 6.0 gas motor, but put a flatbed on it to run my big V-Box salt spreader. I basically wanted to try to keep this one nice, so I quit plowing out of it and switched all my plow and salter and everything over to this one. And they're both technically work trucks. They're both registered under Ground Effects, but that one is the boss truck. That's my truck. And that one is my guy's truck. So,
is that a Duramax?
No, that's the 6.0 gas motor.
Gotcha.
And if anyone has a diesel, I am very glad that I was not plowing out of that truck in the last 3 weeks, because here in Kansas City, we dropped down to like roughly negative 20 degrees, and I had numerous buddies that gelled up out plowing and had to get their trucks towed. And
jeez.
I was
while they were going,
yeah, like, and they were running all the additive and everything. And when it just gets that cold, those diesels they just can't take it. And
jeez, I know Josh Sutton. He had his skid steer outside,
gel up,
and they had to get new filters or something.
Yeah, when it happens, you got to put all new filters on it, get some diesel 911, pour it in your tank. And once you do that, you're good to go. But Yeah, it's I was very fortunate to have the old gas truck, the old reliable one.
Here's a cool story. So let's talk about the trailers here real quick. I'm gonna let you do it, but I already know because I bombard Chase with questions. I have my whole life. I was that little annoying neighborhood kid that I always tell you guys you need to be, because you need to learn from people like this. How do I do my blades? How do I do this? Chase will show you in this trailer. Chase is actually the one that got me onto Skags.
Yep.
Originally,
yep.
when my
got you on the right standard too.
You did. I'm a copycat. That's but my right stander split in half on a lawn, and I knew he had been running Skags. I went up to Coleman Equipment, called you. I'm like, dude, like, hey, I'm a small business. This is a big deal. Like, do you love the Skags? And he's like, yeah, dude. So yep. I bought it that day.
Yep.
Fun little story. Now look at this Skag. This thing has seen some grass in its day, dude. Sorry.
No.
All right, come over here, Grant. We got Grant behind the camera. Sorry, dude.
Light in there.
But this thing has seen some grass, man. Check that out. How many hours is on it?
If anyone has these Skags, they know the hour meter's reset. So, according to the hour meter, it's only got 150 hours on it. But,
try selling it.
But I would say this mower has probably closer to, honestly, probably closer to 3,000 hours.
Really?
And it has a newer engine. The engine only has probably a couple hundred on it.
Yeah.
New hydros. I mean, the internals are good. It's just the deck is starting to show its age. And
yeah.
It's 3,000 hours.
And Chase said he volunteered to show me how to change hydro oil, so that video will be coming up. But then Chase left me and went to Toro's. So you've got 2 Toro grandstands in there?
Yep. I have a 2018 and a 2019, I believe.
Grant, let me see if I can show you some light in here. But what style trimmers?
I've ran from the steel 90s to the 110s to the 130s, and they all last about the same.
Which is what, a year?
Which is about a year.
Dude, see, that's why.
It all depends on. I mean, it all depends on how you run them. Like I know a lot of guys take the guards off. We take the guards off, and taking the guards off your weed eaters is definitely a lot harder on them.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of slam it.
Slam it?
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
Trailer's seen some days too. But I will say, of all of them, I think the 130s or 130s, whatever they are, have held up the best. They're heavier. My guys don't like them as much because they weigh a lot more than like your 110Rs or whatever, the lighter ones. Those ones, your employees will love them more, but they do not last, from my experience.
I'm glad to hear like a mechanical guy saying that, because I always get crap online when I say, guys, it only lasts like a season.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, dude, I've got a trimmer from the 90s, dude.
I mean, I feel like if you're the one using the trimmer, you can always make it last longer.
Right.
But I mean, my employees take good care of my equipment. They do. But that being said, I will say my stuff does not last as long when you're not there knowing what's going on with it every day.
That just comes with growing a business.
Exactly.
And then I see a landscaping trailer.
Yep.
And then do you use that other, is that for fertilizing?
The black trailer?
Yeah.
No, that's like, it's a little bit smaller and closed. It can hold I can hold two boat Toros, or an Encore and a Toro, or an Encore and a Skag. You can get 2 52-inch mowers in here.
Okay.
And it's just a secondary trailer whenever we want to go out and run.
What do you fertilize out of?
I normally fertilize out of my big one.
Okay.
Because I can fit a couple pallets of fertilizer in my trailer and my Z-spray. Like, you can fit a lot more than in here. And normally what makes you stop fertilizing in a day is you run out of product. You can only hold so much product with you at once.
Yeah.
If I could hold 3 pallets with me at once, I would probably do it and work from sun up to sundown to try to get done, but you can only hold so much weight in a trailer.
Yeah, and then this is just your landscaping?
Yeah, I mean, I mainly just use this like my mulching trailer, leaves, just any brush, just any like anything that you just want to throw something on a trailer. I have had to use it a handful of times mowing when trailer bearing will go out and I'm in the process of fixing it. We'll mow out of this. No one really likes mowing out of it because it's not set up for mowing, but it's there if we need it. So
that's sweet. And then just tractor attachments, dude.
Yep.
How many acres is this, by the way?
I own roughly 3, but I'm sitting on a 30-acre tract. The people who built my house that I live in still own all the bean field and the ditch, and they let us pretty much have access to it. We can ride 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, just as long as we take care of it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
We're out here in the boonies, dude.
Yep. Yeah, those are all just tractor attachments, brush hog, tiller, there's random stuff back there. I hit a deer a couple years ago with my truck, and I think the old bumper's still over there.
And I do like to see that I'm not the only person that uses trimmer line to hold things together.
Yeah. You always have it on you.
Exactly.
As a landscaper, and my guys, they always tend, because the ramps to the trailer in there, and they always forget to put the clip back in.
Yep.
And then that thing comes down, so I'm like, all right, well, we know we'll always have lead line.
I'm gonna be honest. One of my blower handles is held on with trimmer line right now.
Trimmer line and zip ties and duct tape. It's the best go-to.
And then this, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted something this week. I'm trying to find like a fuel tank for the trailer because we have so many gas cans, man. We're always out of gas. So, what is this?
This is I believe it's a 50-gallon transfer tank. You do have to make sure it's not on this side. It's DOT approved for gasoline, because I know a lot of these are strictly diesel. This one is approved for gasoline. And
does it need air ventilation, or is that what that's for?
So this is an air vent.
Okay.
It's an air vent cap. It's a special cap for.
Like, it doesn't let water in.
Yeah, it doesn't let water in, but it also, like, when it's pumping the gas out, it's not going to suck the tank in on itself. It's getting vented. And I have it on a quick connect to my flatbed truck. So you just plug in the little quick connects when you're ready to use it, and fill it up with gas. And I can normally fill this tank up, all the mowers, on Monday morning, and by Friday afternoon, everything's pretty much empty. But it's just one fill up on Monday morning for the gas, or for the mowers. I mean, truck gas still needs to get filled up every day, but this is strictly for the mower and trimmer gas. And then all we keep in the trailer, gas can wise, is mixed gas cans for all the.
Do you guys fill up your trucks in the morning?
Yes, every morning.
Okay.
Yep.
How do you do lunch? Like, do you guys go to the gas station?
Yeah.
Is it like 30 minutes or?
It's normally between 15 and 30 minutes, and it's normally a quick trip stop. Sometimes I'll bring a lunch, sometimes my guys will bring a lunch, but we'll still normally stop at a quick trip.
But no gas fill. We do all that.
Gas is strictly in the morning. Even if the truck is only at a half a tank, it still gets filled up. It's at 3/4 of a tank, we still normally fill it up. Just so every morning I know, and on days like where I don't go out with my guys, I still meet them at the gas station, get everything filled up, so I know that they are going to be good on gas for the rest of the day.
A lot of people are going to love and ask questions about the flatbed. What are some of the benefits of it?
Anybody who has employees knows that nobody takes care of the equipment like the owner does. And so when it comes to loading in wheelbarrows, shovels, just any equipment at all, you ain't gonna dent and scratch the flatbed like you can a truck bed. I mean, all it takes is one little nick with a shovel on the side of your truck, and there's $1,000 worth of damage. This, you put a little nick, you get a little can of spray paint, and it looks like nothing ever happened.
Is it good for like pallets and your salter and things
It's amazing because if I need to go pick up a pallet of salt, pallet of fertilizer, like, they can run the forks right up on it. It's super easy. This truck has airbags on the back, so I can, whenever I run I'm probably gonna get some flack for this, but whenever I run my salter it's rough. I can fit roughly 3 yards of salt in it, and at about 1 ton per yard, it's about 6,000 pounds of salt that I'm running on the back of this truck. And it doesn't like it, but it does it.
But it has to do it.
It has to do it, yeah.
That's great. And then, how do you guys, like, do you just have tools here, and then if you're going out and doing mulch or whatever, then you guys just load them onto the truck?
Yeah, like my guys meet here every morning, and I know what we're doing every morning. So if we're doing a mulch job, or if I'm sending my guys to do a mulch job, I give them their wheelbarrows, the shovels. This is just a little bit of the tools that we use on a daily, and send them on their way. One thing that does suck about living a little far out is if you do forget something, a lot of times I end up with double tools because I don't want to drive all the way back home, so I'll just go buy another one.
Yeah. It's probably cheaper. Like,
it's honestly paying the guys and gas, and I'm like, I'll just tell them, like, run to Home Depot, run to Menards, just pick up a scoop shovel. Unless it's like a wheelbarrow or something that's a little more money, I mean, but.
I noticed 2 BR800s that look a little bit used, banged up, and a brand new looking 700. Do you like the 800s?
So the funny thing about that 700 is my guys are not allowed to touch that one. And that's the honest truth. They know it. I bought that a couple years ago, and that's my blower when I'm out mowing with them. And
why, do you like that one better?
I think when I bought it, I'm pretty sure when I bought it, they did not have any 800s for sale, or they were sold out, and I needed a blower right then and there. So I bought the 700, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep this one nice. I'm gonna make sure when I go to grab a blower, it's gonna start and the pull thing's not gonna be broke. And so yeah, and like I said about zip ties earlier, like this couple strong zip ties, and we got the strap is held on good there.
That's awesome. That's
and
exactly
honestly,
what
it'll probably work just as good as if it wasn't broke.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's talk about some fertilizing stuff.
Yep.
This thing looks like a beast.
Yep.
And I think the story is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Toro bought Z-Spray, so this is technically a Z-Spray, right?
Yes, this is the brand new, well, I bought it last year, so I think it's the 2020 model, Toro Spraymaster, which is it's identical to the Z-Spray. It just now says Toro, and this is red.
Yeah.
And the tanks are white. The Z-Sprays had yellow tanks. Other than that, everything is the exact same.
What would you say your percentage of business is for fertilizing?
I would say my fertilizing is my mowing is my number one. Percentage wise, I'd say it's probably 40%, maybe 35. When I do my end of the year sheet of was what made what.
Yeah.
The mowing was obviously number one because that's what it's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
And then honestly, the last couple winters, snow removal and salting has been number two. We've had a lot of snow and been able to salt a lot. And then fertilizing outdoes all my landscaping and mulch by far.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's why we're here, Grant. We're trying to make some money.
It's definitely a third of pretty much the end of the year profits and everything.
I'm gonna cut it off right here. I've got Brinley with me on my lap. Leave a like for her. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. We can learn so much from Chase. I've learned a ton from him over the years. So the next video will be part 2. And we get to see his boat in part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.